Hello everybody, my name is Destiny, and pretty much today I'll be showing you my tips and tricks regarding fitness, and I'll be showing you how to get ripped. Pretty much I'll be sharing my experience with training, how I got to this point where I am currently, and yeah, pretty much the weather is cold, but that's not gonna stop us. I mean, yeah, the gains have to be shown, so yeah, it's a bit of a sacrifice, but for Jesus you have to sacrifice, because that's the point of religion. Okay, so yeah, since I was a kid I was a very skinny guy. I was lanky. I was literally a skeleton from Minecraft. So yeah, I had no muscle, also no weight at all, and literally at one point I had to start taking some medicine or like vitamins in order to increase my appetite, because I was barely eating anything, yeah, that needed to be sorted. And then yeah, pretty much throughout middle school I was like lanky, skinny, and I was very weak. Like literally there was like this one situation where like we were at the seaside in Zadar, I think, and pretty much there was like this guy, the grandpa, a good guy, like generally a good guy, like I think his name was Barba Yuri or something. So yeah, shout out to you, but I doubt he's watching, but hey, maybe, you never know. Pretty much we were like in front of each other. He was here, I was here, and then pretty much there was the door between us, and pretty much I wanted to like pull the door towards me, and I was so weak I was barely able to like open the door. Like I was struggling to open a door, and that's like how weak I am. And literally that just shows you that if you start now, if you have the discipline, the motivation, and the proper training, of course, a certain technique, then you can achieve anything. Like literally nothing is stopping you apart from you. So yeah, you have to start, and that's yeah when things will change. Okay, so now let's touch the things I started doing and how I actually got this gains state. So yeah, the logic is simple. Try hanging. This might sound weird, but chances are if you're a complete beginner, you won't have like the forearm strength or the grip, especially for making the transition to the street workout or high reps training later. I suggest hanging. So pretty much follow this. Start with push-ups, experiment with different variants, do squats, and do hanging for the beginners. You can also, if you want, you can buy like dumbbells and try to do curls and stuff, but for the beginners, yeah, just do that. Okay, let's now see what I started doing and how I got my gains. So pretty much logic is quite simple. I started doing pyramids and supersets. I implemented that method of training into my workouts. Previously, when I was skinny, I was like doing just like some push-ups, but I was barely going towards failure, and the form was horrible and the intensity wasn't there. If you want the gains, you have to have the intensity, which is very important, because the hypertrophy or muscle growth happens when you push your muscle towards its limits. So like towards failure. You don't have to always go near failure or train near failure, but you need to implement that technique. And also I've made some trainings where I've got like a time limit. Yo, so Destiny from the future here. Pretty much the logic is simple, yeah. I have a time limit, and then in that amount of time I have to finish my workout. Pretty simple. Try lowering down the reps, but increase how often you're doing them. For example, I don't know, if you can do like, let's say 20 pull-ups, 1 rep max, then like try doing 5 or 6, and then do 10 dips, for example 5-10 supersets, and just spam them. Like try doing that without any rest or with very rest at all. And what that will do is that will push like your intensity way higher, because you're not taking any rest, and that's gonna like drain your muscles drastically, and you will achieve failure way quicker. So yeah, try that. Also, what I would suggest, doing a proper form. Trust me, rather train with a proper form than, I don't know, doing half reps, or in some scenarios half reps are good, but focus on the form, please. Like make sure that your pull-ups look like this, like all the way and then all the way down, not like half like this. Like no, these are not pull-ups, and you will not get the strength. You might get some muscle, but that's not it. And long term you might face injuries, or yeah, you're like lying to yourself. So no, please don't do that. Make sure you are having proper form when doing any exercise. Communicate with people. This might like sound weird, but if you're like in the street workout parks, like if you're doing calisthenics, trust me, people who are there are good. They will not eat you. They're same for the same reason as you. They want to be better versions of themselves, and they respect everyone, or yeah, everyone who goes there, because they know how it goes. Like you want to be big, strong, and you want to be like the better version of you, and no one will judge you there because people are smart there. They're not bumps. So yeah, just like communicate with people and like try, and yeah, that's actually a good way on how to make friends. If like if you're training, you already have something in common with that person. Like you're training calisthenics, maybe they, I don't know, they're religious. That's also a good thing. I'm religious too, so if you find like a friend that's also like religious and does calisthenics, meet, perfect combo. But yeah, so communicate with those people, like ask them, or like if you see someone jacked, like ask him, yo, can you see my form, can you like suggest me something. Like communicate with people. People will not eat you. If you're afraid, don't be, because trust me, fear is holding you down. Fear is like the chains. Fear represents demons in chains, which you do not need. Jesus didn't give you fear. No, that's from the devil. So like break free from the chains and say no to the devil, and say, yeah, Jesus is life, the way and the truth. Watch YouTube videos, which is kind of obvious, but yeah, watch a lot of videos, and don't just focus on one video, because some fitness gurus might like tell you something is good, while in reality it's just unoptimal, and it might like harm you. So like investigate regarding different sources. So like take the knowledge up from multiple sources. Like don't just focus on one video. That's like how it goes. Like try think if like that tip applies to like many other videos. When it comes to gaining weight, eat more. I mean, it sounds simple, but you have to eat. You might think you eat enough, nah mate, you don't. I was there the same as you. But what I started doing is I like started eating more frequently, not necessarily that each of the meals is like bigger. Have more meals throughout the day.
Try eating foods that are rich in calories and healthy.
Also try, if you're bulking, if you need the mass, okay, you can like implement some junk food. Don't go too much, because you will gain too much fat, but trust me, like you have to gain the calories somewhere. So by eating some junk food, it won't hurt you. Also, a very good tip that I've heard from Joe Fraser, for example, if you heard about him, he pretty much was skinny, literally like me, like he has a similar frame regarding like masculinity and stuff, and he suggested liquid calories, and pretty much that means drink your calories, like make shakes. You can more easily intake the calories, you can consume the drink way more easier than eat, let's say, because if you need a lot of food, you'll have to eat a lot of food, and trust me, eating a lot, it can be very difficult. Drink a lot of water. People underestimate this tip so much. Drink water, drink your liquids, like drink the water, because I was literally the same. I was like 50 kg, I was playing games 8 hours a day, and I barely drank any water, and then of course, like from where would I gain any mass? And like 80% of your body is just water weight. So yeah, just drink water, mate, drink it, because you'll be healthier, more energized, you'll be hydrated. There are no cons of drinking water. So yeah. Then also what I noticed regarding my weight gaining problems is I was doing too much activities. The whole day I was almost always doing something with my body, like walking, I don't know, running, riding a bike.
High activity and exercise boosts your metabolism. You'll need to go on the toilet and the calories will go away. So yeah.
So yeah, try sitting down and try like not moving that much. It sounds weird, but try not moving as much. If you like notice that being your problem, or if you kind of comprehend, that could be the problem, try like doing less activities if you need to gain weight. if you want bigger arms, this is the truth. Like we all start like doing the curls as kids, and we were like, oh, I'm doing curls, I'm like Schwarzenegger, I'm gonna have big arms. Not necessarily the truth, because your tricep, like the muscle, is like 70% of your arm, like meat. You have to train your tricep. If you want bigger arms, girthier, like if you want to fill up your shirt, trust me, focus on your tricep. Some good exercises you can do at home are skull crushers, like ton. You can do diamond push-ups for like this part of the tricep. Do dips will help you, although watch some videos regarding the proper technique, because there's a difference between dips for chest and dips for the tricep. Also, important thing is have rest days. Like trust me, you might have been in a situation where you just like wanted to train non-stop, like you got the motivation, the drive and the discipline, then you were like, oh, I'm gonna train every day, I'm gonna be like Devin Goggins or someone. Nah mate, you have to have rest days, because the muscle growth actually happens when you're resting.
Let me briefly explain you how muscle growth happens. So, as you train, your muscle cells get torn apart and the cells, let's say, get destroyed. Then, when you rest, like those cells recover and therefore grow stronger than before. Pretty much the overall muscle area becomes bigger because it needs to adapt to the new stress and therefore it recovers.
And you have to have rest days, because if you're constantly stressing it and you're not allowing your body to like recover or to like regain its form, you will not see any progress. And yeah, see if you have enough rest days, because like if you are doing a heavy workout, then the day later if you're sore, you can barely do anything. If you still train, that's counter effective. Try assembling your workout in a way where you got some intense days, some light days and rest days, which is very important. Although like the thing is, my workouts are kind of random. Like I don't really, neither I am using a proper like consistent plan. Like it kind of changes how I feel, which is perhaps a bad thing. But personally I think 3 to 4 rest days is very good for beginners. Like don't, I don't know, people say like 1 to 2 rest days. I mean, depends on what you're doing, but personally if you're a beginner, try having more rest days, because you'll probably be more sore when you start working out, because your body needs to adapt to like those movements, the routine and the training, and it takes some time. Like you can't work out 5 days in a week if you're a beginner and expect your body to feel great. Nah, your body will die because that's where the muscle growth happens. If you feel something is awkward, weird or hurting or uncomfortable when doing an exercise, try seeing if you're doing something wrong. If not, do a different exercise. Like you have a ton of variations, you don't have to stick to strictly one exercise. Okay, maybe it's dark, I don't know, boys and girls, hopefully you can see me. But yeah, my advice will be heard and the devil will not stop me from sharing this video, because yeah, I want to help you. I guess don't skip leg day. You have to do like your legs as well, like, and like people might say like, ah, you calisthenics people don't do legs, you have chicken leg. Like mate, we do like squats and lunges and stuff, and I think that's enough like for a beginner or intermediate. I also try cycling just for the cardio, and it might hit your hamstrings, I think. Dorezam to, kažeš, imam. Ajde to, ajde. Yeah, pretty much boys and girls, this was it from this video. Have a nice one, and brrr, I'm gonna become an ice cream man. Ice cream man. See you next one. Yeah.